Welcome everybody, welcome to tonight's Sunday Spotlight, and here we are investigating the most metal premise of all, Iron Lung. Now, so the Ocean of Blood is actually... well, let's put it this way, you're probably not that far off. There's like some cosmic horror stuff, we'll get into that shortly. This game came out literally a month ago, I forget exactly who. Someone linked it on Ivory's channel. But, yeah, it's kind of a funky premise. It literally jumps right into it. The whole thing is you're sailing around in an ocean of blood in this rustbucket submarine, taking pictures of anomalies and trying to figure out what exactly is the story with this ocean of blood. And my mind keeps going back to Metalocalypse in the movie they made that was literally called Blood Ocean. And just the oodles of quotables from that show. Anyway, so yes... Start a new game and it jumps right into this, and it's actually a fairly involved backstory. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations and starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. Basically traveling river Styx? Yeah, river except ocean. In any case, with supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons, lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you will earn your freedom. So there's a lot to unpack here. So you've got some kind of cosmic event that wiped out every habitable planet and apparently every star in the universe, and all that's left was anybody that happened to be in space at the time. So it's implying we're at some point in a very distant future where we have a spacefaring civilization, one that can survive for decades in the absence of any habitable worlds, and then you've got whatever the hell's going on here. And we're a convict, apparently, so there's enough of a society left that you would even have prisons. Because I would think that anybody that's had, in this situation, this dire situation, you'd think somebody they wouldn't waste a lot of resources on They wouldn't waste resources on non-productive people. They're like, okay, we'll give you extra labor, we'll give you fewer rations. If you're big enough of a prick, we'll just punch you out the airlock. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, but let's get right into the game.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by.
Oh yeah, this is... I'm
seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
This is the only bit of spoken dialogue. There's no subtitles or anything.
Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong.
I like that it gets darker outside.
Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so reflecting and be careful.
That's reassuring. Yeah, I'll get right on that, thank you. So, yeah, we are in a rusty submarine. We're going to sail around this ocean of blood. We're dealing with kind of like PS1 era graphics. It's deliberately just kind of low-res, and it's focused entirely on putting you in this confined location, and we sail around. The only thing that's actually visible the outside world is with this camera function right here. So, we are... You can see our coordinates here, 182, 116, so you have to navigate by map. So, 182x, 116y, 182x, give or take, 116y, so we're somewhere around here. And these are the points of interest we have to hit. Some kind of anomalies that they discovered in the depths of this blood ocean, and we're basically hoping that this uncovers the mystery of what actually happened to the stars. There's a little more information here. It says, 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of moon AT5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of a fourth blood ocean. So this isn't the first time they've seen this anomaly. A trench beneath the ocean's surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the sub-controls will trigger if you're getting close to an obstacle. Good luck. Yeah, it's... Barotrauma is the obvious point of comparison. It gives me a little bit of a Dusker's vibe in that you're never actually clearly seeing the outside world. Only in this case, you're in an actual cabin, you can move around and interact with things. And the map navigation reminds me a little bit of Miasmata, that you're specifically going by coordination. Anyway, we have a thing right here. This is not an expedition. It's an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return. And even if you do, and even if they keep even if they keep their promises, what freedom awaits for you? A few dying ships and a sea of dead stars? If there is still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is as illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of an ocean, unseen, unheard, and uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. So yeah, we're not the first person that has gone down here, and they probably won't be the last. But anyway, our first navigation point is here, and we need to be mindful of the terrain. Since we can't ascend or descend, we can only navigate along the ocean floor. So, we are hereabouts. We'll navigate to about, we'll say, Y200, then skew right to the first point of interest. So, away we go. So yeah, a lot of this game is navigating by coordinates, checking the map, and they start ratcheting up with the pressure as you get further in. I didn't get very far, I just photographed a couple points of interest and saw what's outside the ship. It's a little hard to make out, and that's kind of a deliberate choice based on the style of the visuals they're going for. Alright, now we rotate, say about 90 degrees, give or take. It's a little hard to hit precise angles, but they're pretty forgiving about photographing points of interest. We are looking for 322. Like it says, so long as you're within a couple points and oriented in... Oh, we got a proximity warning there, so we'll want to move away from the wall. There we go. Nauticrawl, yeah, that's... Okay, it's starting to go a little bit faster there. Yeah, Nauticrawl is another point of comparison, where you're working with the controls of a ship, and you don't actually have a clear view of the outside world. And I kind of like stuff like that, where it plays specifically with the fact that your UI and your controls are not an abstraction for gameplay. They're a part of the game world, and you are seeing what your character sees. Alright, so 322, 186. There's not a lot of noise. I haven't heard any ambient music besides the title theme. If needed, we'll crank the volume up. Just wanted to make sure I could be heard over it. But they do start hitting us with some spooky noises outside the ship, and, you know, pretty much anything that comes out of the very limited controls of it is not something you want to hear. Fear Equation, yeah, I remember you streamed that recently. That looked really cool. I want to give that a try. Kind of like a horror-themed Snowpiercer. Alright, so we need to get down to 186. Hearing something out there. So yeah, obviously we're going to be experiencing a lot of environmental horror, where they're going to suggest what's out there and only give us fleeting glimpses of it through the camera. I haven't encountered any creatures down here or any hostile entities. I don't know if there actually are any. I suppose we'll find out. Let's back up a little bit. Alright, 322, 186. We have to be at angle 33. But obviously, if you collide with any walls, you do die, and the game does checkpoint. You'll actually see it at various occasions. Anyway, we're here. Let's take a picture. It'll last longer. Alright, so our first anomaly looks like some kind of structure. It almost looks like some bone or something. It might be the deceased remnants of a large undersea creature, or it could be some man-made structure. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, this is supposed to be a barren moon. It's not clear if this was actually a populated world, because those were supposed to have disappeared at some point. But whatever's down there, it must have been down there for quite a while. Anyway, on to the next point of interest, which is just to the northeast, 378, 263. Let us mosey. Alright. It could be, yeah. And that's part of the graphical style, is that you're not really sure if... Like, the limitations on what you can see are part a function of the equipment you're working with and the style of game. So it's kind of hides... It further obscures what it is you could potentially be looking at. You could theoretically be looking at the remnants of a creature, or some kind of alien artifact, and you're sort of left to mentally fill in the blanks. Oh, we'll need to go east as you proceed. Yeah, the genre of what the fuck is that, exactly. Alright, so we need to get to 378. Alright, we want to go up a little bit. Alright, that's close enough. Let's aim towards 50. Alright. That looks like... It looks similar to what we saw before. It's some kind of... It could very well be the skeletal remains of some sea creature. Yeah, exactly. Just a proto-eldritch horror, nothing to worry about. And, you know, it invites questions about the very premise, because you're having some kind of cosmic event that removed not only planets that can support life, but very stars themselves. And it's operating on such a colossal scale. Like, the stars you saw in the menu are literally just the light of stars that have vanished. And I'm assuming that we have traveled enough through space that we can verify, okay, yeah, it's not just our star that's gone missing, other stars are gone missing too. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Let me know if it's a little too quiet. I'll back out and I can up the volume real quick. But something was out there. It sounded like a whale or something. Alright, so we're trying to get to 259 and 406. Oh yeah, we got something out there. Alright, we'll have to watch the proximity sensor here. But yeah, you figure the very premise implies so much about the society we're from, and the society we've been a part of, but also by necessity hides a lot. Like, I suspect strongly we're not actually going to find out exactly what happened. Like, the whole point of cosmic horror is usually that what happened is so far above us that we're like monkeys looking at a monolith. And I've used that expression before, but it roughly encapsulates our level of understanding with what we're dealing with. We're mostly just trying to survive in this set of alien circumstances. But it is kind of a double-edged sword, because that starts inviting questions about the setting that could potentially be more interesting than what we're dealing with. Like, oh, fuck you. Tell me you people gave me enough oxygen to actually finish this. Like, it's not a hidden time limit or something. I'm assuming it's like a scripted thing, and as you proceed through the game, the condition of your submarine deteriorates. Because if that's just a hard time limit, that's just mean. Okay, 259, so we're actually not too far away. Left to right. Yes, yes, Cthulhu Whale, we'll get to you shortly. Okay, let's go north a little bit. We're probably right around here. Huh? No, we're further south. no, we're getting closer. But yeah, you start asking questions about the nature of the setting, and... like, how do people even survive in space if there's no planet to land on? Like, do they have hydroponics programs on their ships? How many spaceships or space stations are we talking about? Or presumably moon stations, since apparently moons were left untouched. Oh, thank you, eyes. Definitely gonna need a lot of those to get through this. Alright. 259 and 406. So... sorry, you need air? Yeah, that's the thing. I get the feeling they... because, yeah, you gotta ask what it is your character could have actually done to warrant a sentence like this. And, you know, again, what use could they possibly have for prisons unless there are enough people, unless you have some kind of society that would actually have prisoners? Anyway, 259, 406, 296. Right. Let's see what's making noise out there. Oh joy. Those definitely aren't teeth or bones. So we're looking at some kind of... it almost looks like some kind of undersea snake or worm or something, or possibly some kind of... I don't know, maybe some weird, really fucked up coral formation? Tentacles, yeah, great. Yeah, we are absolutely going to have undersea Cthulhu whales. Let's get out of here and not interrupt its whatever. Because, yeah, if there's creatures down here, that means they can live down here, which means they need something to live on. Definitely gonna need that tea to get through this. So it begs the question, what even is down here? What are they living on? Like, are they able to reproduce? Is there a food chain? Or is there just a bunch of cosmic entities down here munching on whatever comes by? Alright, we need to squeeze right about here. That's X300, Y300. So let's shoot for there. Yep. Easy does it. Sub without rhythm. Yeah, exactly. Feed on the fear of those roaming the depths like me. Yeah. That's it. They don't actually eat you. They just feed on your fear, and they reproduce from the darkness of man that presumably triggered whatever cosmic event this is. And that's kind of where the Duskers comparison comes in. Like how all life is just gone, and... oop. And you're just trying to survive in this unknown, possibly unknowable situation. Alright, so we are hereabouts. Oh, Ivory knows about it? Oh, this will be fun. There's always that feeling when you've played a game that's got like some scares in it or some surprises, and someone else is going through it. There's that part of you that's just kind of rubbing your hands and going, alright. Move away from the wall. Alright, so 118 and 345. So hereabouts. X345, Y300. So right about here. Okay, so. Oh yeah. There were some bombshells in Yakuza that I did not see coming at all, and goddamn. Because that game, it hits so many emotional beats and so many things that you'd think were polar opposites to each other. Just the combination of comedy and sincere emotional gravitas. I did not think a game could pull off the balance that it did. and it was an absolute experience. Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad Branch was playing it, and I really appreciate the advice about getting Majima's last fighting style unlocked. That was so perfect for that finale. Alright, so we are at X385, Y2 320, so right about here. Alright, so I think we can head due east, assuming there is such a thing on this world. Exactly, yeah, and, you know, the Cabaret host game was fun in and of itself. Talking to relieve the tension here as we navigate. Oh, what the fuck? Don't you do this. Do I have to fix this? Is that air leaking? What's happening? Is that steam? Right. I think I should probably just keep going. Presumably, whenever it runs out of whatever it's running out of, it'll stop hissing at me. Maybe air, I don't know. Is there anything in here I can interact with? What? Oh joy, there's a fire extinguisher, and I can use it. Oh boy. Oh. Well, we know what's gonna happen later on. I'm fucking doomed. Anyway, let's carry on. Where's the next thing? Okay, X560, Y277. Onward! Sailing around in a rusty sub, rusty sub, rusty sub. Sailing around in a rusty sub. Where did my life go wrong? Alright, I think we can go down this way. Alright, we're hitting some open blood water here. Making good progress, everything's gonna be okay. That's definitely not air leaking. Yeah, just gonna... If I just sail past it, I don't have to think about what that noise might be. Alright. Oh, fuck! What was that? 541. You know, wait, hang on. Where's that camera? Shit. Well, the camera's forward-facing. It's whatever in that direction, and that was behind us. Fantastic. Yeah, we're surrounded by nothing. There was something out there. Fuck me. Okay. We're at 560 and 277. Beautiful. Let's see what's out there. 43. Okay, okay. You're still doing your thing, huh? Is there anything I can interact with? Yeah, I know, we're basically doomed. Okay, yeah, that is definitely some kind of sea serpent or worm or something. And bone. And... what is that? That looks like some kind of... that almost looks like some kind of anglerfish mouth or something. I mean, that could just very well be a shape of the surrounding terrain, but... that is... take the photo again? Oh boy. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Are you no! 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 You gotta be kidding me. Fuck! We got giant fish monsters out there. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's... You know what? This is reminding me of the end of Soma, where you're going through that underwater trench, and, like, You're supposed to follow the light trails because there's like a leviathan creature that's stalking you. But at the very end of a cave tunnel, there's like this anglerfish and it's dangling a light and it looks safe. So you run up to it thinking, yay, light! And then it attacks you. The fucking anglerfish attacks you. Oh, these are the vibes I'm getting. Okay. Alright, so we need to get to 613, 197. No, there's nothing out there. Those are just falling rocks. That was just swamp gas reflected off a weather balloon. Nothing to worry about, citizen. Oh yeah, Subnautica. Such a peaceful, wonderful game of exploration where absolutely nothing in there is trying to eat you or destroy you. Just a nice, chill game about an undersea habitat. Oh man, I do want to play Subnautica. I've seen way too many good impressions about that. Like, aside from the undersea exploration aspect, which, to be honest, has always instilled in me a kind of tension. Underwater levels get to me in a way that stuff above ground doesn't normally, but the act of, like, building your undersea base does have its appeal. Exactly. If you don't believe in the giant undersea monster, it can't hurt you. Alright. Said the Reaper Leviathan. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, yeah, that is definitely a skull. We're looking at the bones of a giant sea creature. Possibly some kind of blood whale. Subnautica is nice up until you actually try to follow the plot, and it's horrible. Oh boy. Does it go in... You know what, I won't ask for spoilers. I know people are going to have differing opinions on that. But I am interested in the combination of comfy base building and terrifying undersea exploration. I actually didn't think it had a plot until... I don't know, I think it was when the expansion came out. I don't know if... Zero, I don't know if you were talking about it, but someone mentioned that there was like some signal you follow and that actually kickstarts a plot or something. I don't know. This is going back a ways. We have... Okay, we are absolutely dealing with undersea blood whales. Okay, so we gotta get to X864, Y258. The path narrows at 750 by 250. Okay. Okay, so I'm misremembering. I must have been someone else. Trying to help a streamer find rubies, gave him coordinates. We're about trolling him, I swear it wasn't. He overshot the coordinates and turned around and the Leviathan was in his face. Oh god, that's great. And yeah, I 100% believe you weren't actually trying to mess with a guy and it just happened that way. That's awesome. Oh, it gets into alien stuff? Yeah. I will have to form my own opinion on that. I have very mixed... I tend to have very nuanced opinions on game storytelling. Like, sometimes it works for me if the premise is simple and it's just trying to do one thing very well. Sometimes if it's trying to tell a more complicated story, that's where my mind starts actually picking nits and saying, alright, this didn't work for me, but I'll give it a try myself. I mean, I wound up liking Darkest Dungeon, so who knows. Every now and then, I side with the consensus opinion, but we shall see. Okay, there is stuff growling out there. Jesus Christ. Okay. 710, 251. We are hereabouts. Please don't eat me, Cthulhu. I'm consulting the map. Take a photo? Exactly, yeah. Okay, I don't see anything out there. Looks like just possibly some rocks or something. I'm actually wondering about that, like, because the noises are directional. You can hear them coming from different places around the ship, and I'm wondering if that affects what your camera sees. Like, if I orient my ship toward the noise and then take a picture while I see something. I'm not sure. I'm curious how they go about building the world here. Alright, so we are at Y250. We'll probably want to straighten ourselves out and avoid the wall. Oh god, sphere, yeah. Or the Abyss or something. The Abyss but in blood. The Abyss but in metal. Okay. 750. So I think we're actually where we need to go northeast. So let's go here. Nope. Fuck. Okay. So 757 to 263. Thing is, we had a proximity warning on the right too, so we're in a pretty narrow straight here. 767 to 63. So we're probably right around here, which we're probably a little bit high. You know what? Let's take a look outside. Okay. Those look like... Those could be more bones, but they almost look more like... I don't know. They look too thin and wispy. Like, if we weren't underwater, I'd say those were like dead trees or something. Anyway, alright. We're gonna have to tiptoe our way through here. Oh, Jesus. Okay, did I read the map wrong? Okay, so we're at 757 by 263. So 757 by 263. So we're right around here. So do I have to inch through carefully? Or is this going to kill me? Because there's got to be an opening. Okay, right's clear. Yeah, we'll just have to inch forward. Easy does it. Definitely not space blood whales and evil stickmen out there. Okay, we're passing through. Good. Let's level out. It could be a bit tricky to get a... Okay, we need to go further north. I think we need to go further. Alright, I'm not at all comfortable with how close we're getting to that south wall. I think we need to go further up. Wonder if I can see anything. Huh. Okay, those aren't moving, are they? Okay, no, they're not. Thank God. Presumably that anglerfish wandered off. Alright. Really not happy with how close we are to that south wall. Let's go straight up. Okay. Starting to ease up. Forward, forward, nice and slow. Don't think about Blood Cthulhu out there. Blood Cthulhu is more scared of you than you are of it. Okay, I think we're getting through. Nice! Hell yeah! I'm the best at underblood navigation. Alright, so we need to get to 864 and 258. We want to get around this thing here. Yeah, exactly. You know what? The undersea Yeah, the living horror can't get to me if I wreck my sub first. Alright. He might get stuck in his throat. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so 864. And then 258. Let's head straight south. Alright, hang in there, Iron Lung. Hey, Octal, good to see you. You're just in time for me to plow into something trying to eat me on the good ship Iron Lung. How's it going tonight? It's doing good. I mean, apart from the cosmic horror in the blood ocean out, excuse me, out there. Alright, so we need to get to 258. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, 258, 864. Alright. Yeah, we're in this little niche right here. Yeah, it was a very retro night. Thanks to one Constantine Breko. And his tacky taste in clothes, but his impeccable taste in music. Now, what are we looking at? Okay, am I crazy, or does that look like an... Those edges look way too regular. That looks like... It looks like it was shaped somehow. Okay, that does count for it. But yeah, those almost look like the walls of a building. Huh. Okay, so no surprises there. Right, let's pull back. Oop. But yeah, Alpha Protocol's been a fun trip down memory lane. It's held up about as well as I remember it, and that's kind of a rare thing for a video game, where it's not just nostalgia talking. The parts I like about the game, I still like, and the parts it didn't do well, it still doesn't do well. Mostly I just have more appreciation for the little details in the story. Even if it gets, you know, obviously in kind of a fantastical spy adventures. It gets exaggerated in kind of a fantastical spy adventure sense, like, you know, like Bourne, Bauer, and such. But there is an underpinning of real-ass geopolitics that I kind of appreciate. And apparently when they originally started making it, they were looking into making a more grounded spy story, or something like Syriana, where you're dealing with more grounded characters and less super spies fighting it out to stop an assassination, that kind of thing. But that does add to kind of its charm. Ultimately, I do kind of like the game it is, even if it is obviously very flawed. It's the definition of a flawed gem to me. Alright, so we're going back through the strait here. Just think very thin thoughts. Alright, 773 to 275. We are 773, 275. Oh, we're right about here. I wonder what the dimensions of the ship are, actually. You don't really get a good sense of it. I mean, obviously, there's not much besides what we see here. Ah, well, the premise is basically all life in the galaxy, all life-bearing worlds and all stars have gone missing, and what's left of humanity survives on a series of space stations and such. And there are these strange anomalies, these oceans of blood, that have appeared on these otherwise barren moons. And we're in the middle of one of those blood oceans investigating it in this rustbucket submarine. But yeah, apparently I'm a convict that I've been sent down here allegedly to photograph these anomalies in the middle of this blood ocean. But in all practical terms, I'm probably going to die, and it's just a question of what gets me. Okay, I think I'm getting through. Just take it slow. Oh, fuck you. Great, now I have steam in my face. It's not enough I have it coming out of there, it's coming out of there, too. Thanks a lot, Gabe. Yeah, I know, it's a pattern. It's almost like that happens to be on a lot of gamers' minds these days. And game developers' minds, for that matter. But yeah, this actually came out very recently. It just came out last month. Someone on a server, Discord server, linked to it, and what the fuck was that? Give me a visual. I don't see anything out there. Okay, I thought I saw something there, but it could have just been particles. There's nothing forward. And we're at 577 by 356. 577 by 356. Wait a minute, hold on. Did we get just knocked off course? We're over here. Did this fucking thing just yeet me? I mean, look at this. At 577, 356. 577, 356. Yeah, the fucking sea blood whale Cthulhu thing just punted me. What the fuck? Right. I guess we're going north then. So yeah, long story short, we've been finding the bones of massive undersea creatures, and one of them might be stalking us. Alright, so we're 577. Let's scoot over left a little. Yeah. Yeah, the tiny ship was tossed. And unlike the minnow, we have no crew to rely on. Just me. Although that bodes well for us, actually. Without Gilligan, I'm pretty sure the minnow would have stayed afloat. I'm positive that's the backstory to Gilligan's Isle. He secretly destroyed the ship with his own incompetence, and he has retreated into the shell of a complete idiot to hide his incompetence. That's my headcanon, I'm sticking with it. Tomorrow, tune in to the secret messages in Hawaii 5-0. Okay, we're in the middle of a narrow strait here. So, 568, 399. Right about here. Okay, let's head due north. Alright, 623, 520 is our next stop. I think we can start going northeast now. Pac-Man is a story of disfigured lemon addicted to meth and the ghosts of the fuzz. That's my headcanon, and no one can change it. Exactly. There are some dark undercurrents about a hero that pops pills to chase ghosts. Oh, thank you, Eyes. I appreciate that. I need a little something to help calm me down. Alright, 623, 520, 63. So let's keep going. Oh, what the fuck was that? Where's the camera? Goddamn, this thing is following me. Oh, don't mind if I do. Thanks, Octal. A tea is extremely necessary right now. Okay. Alright, so we're X592, Y... Actually, right about where we need to be. Alright, so 520, X623. Oh god. If this thing's trying to make fuck with the iron lung, I'm out. That's the line. I will open the hatch, screw it, I'll take my chance in the blood ocean. I don't care if it crushes me like a tin can. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? A fate worse than death followed by death? Pretty much looking at that already. Okay, that is definitely the spinal column of some giant undersea fish. Right. Anything else moving around out there? Thankfully, nothing. At least nothing that I notice. Okay. Right. Now, here's an interesting question. How do we get over here? It looks like this kind of shallows out. I guess we sail over here and see if we can get across. That's gonna get dicey. Unless maybe that's like a cave or something? Because I noticed there's a difference between the different patterns around here, and I'm wondering if that's just... if this is all solid wall, or if there's something I could sail into. Not much we can do but try to sail over there and find out. Definitely not gonna attract the attention of Undersea Blood Cthulhu today. Ooh, I sing when I'm nervous. Where is this thing? I heard that. So help me God, if that is a mating call, I am out. I always get a little nervous when a game that explicitly doesn't have a soundtrack starts busting out the soundscape. And you know, it's not just ambient music, it's something out there. Alright, so we're at 515 and 513. So 515, 513. So right about here. Like... Easy does it. Like, I want to say there was like an NES or SNES version of like a Might and Magic game where it's a dungeon. I forget exactly which one. It's a dungeon crawler. You build a party. I vaguely remember the premise. You're actually like hatching people out of cryotubes and going into a dungeon. I completely forgotten why of it. But the game was notably on this version did not have a soundtrack except at specific spots. Like when you stepped on a certain tile, that would sometimes trigger a burst of music. But the rest of the game was basically silent except for the sound effects of creatures roaming around and like water falling in the distance. So you would have this constant drip, drip, drip of water playing, and then occasionally you'd hear like a footstep in the distance. And it was very good at building up tension, because I was probably like maybe 12 when I played this thing. And like, oh god, that means there's something out there. And that communicated to me at a very young age that sound is very effective at building up tension. In fact, it's a very crucial element, because you're communicating to the player what's out there before they can see it and make sense of it. It's why the radio works so well in Silent Hill, where you'd have that burst of static, and it would layer in as more things got there. And you could never exactly tell what was out there until it came at you through the fog or got close enough to your flashlight. But you could hear the static building as you explored, and that was always inherently creepy.
Oxygen notification.
Oh, fuck you. Tell me you people gave me enough oxygen for this. Alright, 509. Okay, 414 and 509. So 414, 509. Alright, let's start going northeast. Let's see if we can find an opening. Alright, so we're going to be looking for somewhere around... What was that? Alright, nothing out there. Okay, so we are at 384. Right about here, and 529. It's right about here. So if we head northwest, we'll start getting proximity sensor warnings. Alright, it's 365, so we're right about 350. Actually, we're over pretty far. We should probably head back to the right. 355. So we want to be at about 375. I'm hoping there's a pass here. Alright. 560. Okay, so we're definitely north of this line, so there must be a passage this way. Alright. Helmsman, all ahead full. Aye, sir. And you know, at this point, I would absolutely be talking to myself to avoid cracking under the stress. Okay, so... Right, those are walls. These are not natural undersea tunnels. That looks like it was carved that way. You know, I'm gonna angle left, and I want to take a closer look at this. Or another look. Okay, that looks basically clear. Alright, let's take a better look at these walls here. Yeah, look at that. That's brick. That's a brick wall. We're going through some constructed tunnel. What the shit? So we're in some kind of structure. Is it man-made or alien-made? I don't know what's weirder. Alright. Let's make sure we're clear ahead. Alright. Forward. Take it nice and slow, nice and slow. Okay, I think we're coming out of it. Nice. Alright, so we're here. We are at 371, 616. 371, 616. Structure on the moon. Watch out for lot parades. Hey, the bunnies are our friends. The space bunnies are there to help us. They're definitely not space whales trying to eat us. Alright, so if we head north-northwest, we'll get to there. 325, 741, 18. Those guys were fun. That whole section was very Douglas Adams-y. Oh, fuck me! No. You go out. How did that happen? What the hell caught fire? Yeah, exactly. Grand tempted fate. I don't even know what the hell caught fire. It was just like fire in the middle of nothing. This sucks. I'm gonna die. Alright, so we're at 340 by 680. 340 by 680. Alright. Alright. Onward. Just ignore the Cthulhu fires we had to worry about. Yeah, at least they gave us an extinguisher. That was something. Okay, so we just checkpointed. That's good. 325 by 741. I mean, at this point, you have to be wondering if we are, in fact, hallucinating things. Presumably, there's something out there. Alright, so we need 741, so further north. Ocean madness, as it were. Blood ocean madness. Alright, here we go. And aim 18 degrees. Alright. Those look like legs. I mean, we might be looking at ribs and such, but that looks like the body of something. It almost looks like some kind of undersea scorpion or something, or a crab. I hope it's a body. Please be a body. Alright. You know what? I haven't been taking a lot of other pictures here. Let me see if I can get a better... Yeah, it almost looks like some kind of crab. Huh. Okay, so there's no legs on the right side. So maybe it is the body of something. There's something here. I can't clearly make it out. Huh. Alright, well. Two more to go. So let's get this show on the road. Leave the creepy crab monster behind us. Okay, so the wall is at about 250 by 700. Okay, Y650, so we want to be a little bit higher, and we go west, and then stop at X200. Right. I'm learning how this works. I'm learning how to be the best at undersea blood navigation. Okay, no surprise fire this time. That's good. Okay. Alright, that's the wall there. I think. I hope. God, sonar crazy Ivan. Give me a ping, Vasily. Okay, what am I seeing out there? Okay, that looks like a trench wall, so that's a little more normal. These noises are concerning, however, and I'm not talking about the proximity warning. I feel like I'm making an audio log for an SCP or something. Like I'm going down that endless staircase or something, just slowly losing my mind. Like, yeah, I'm hearing something out there, and it's not good. You know what, I'm gonna aim the ship towards it and see if I can get a picture of it. That definitely won't piss it off. Alright, it's in front of me now. It's more wall. Maybe whatever it is above us. Okay, 218, 657. 2 more points. We can do this. So 218, 657. Alright. So actually we are about where we want to start heading southwest. Come on. Crazy little submarine. I need you to hold together. Just 2 days to retirement, baby. Gonna propose to my high school sweetheart. Gonna get out of this. Gonna find the home worlds back. Gonna join the rest of the fleet, make it all the way back to Higara. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, so we are at 193. Yeah, we need to get over a little bit. You know, you'd probably need to... You would need to be on the kinds of drugs the Beatles were doing to come up with a premise like this. And, you know, I always wonder about, like, cosmic horror settings. Like, obviously the protagonists never really get concrete answers, but I wonder if the writer ever does have a concrete explanation just in the background of whatever they're writing. Like, are they explicitly saying, oh, it was just a giant monster, they waved their hand and stars went poof? Or do they themselves, they came up with a premise, they intentionally didn't spell out what it was, even to themselves? Alright. So I'm always kind of curious about the writing process behind that, because by default I do kind of like games that explain stuff, even fantastical stuff, or at least make an attempt. But there is a certain fascination that goes into a setting that doesn't have clear answers, and great, now we have 3 leaks. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna want some... Yeah, you're gonna want something to deal with that cold you've been having. Hope you feel better, man. Alright, so we need 180 to 576. Oh, hey, Orange! Hey, Okita can't jump scare me. She's too good about that. But good to see you. How's it going? What were you playing? Were you playing that game from last night? Last Ruin, I think it was? Alright. The screen is shaking. What am I looking at here? Lost spell, that's it. Okay, he didn't stream the game. Oh, playing League? Fun. How'd it go? Alright, so we need to get to... Let's scoot over a little. Yep, yep. A kid singular will take it out of you. 2 will take it out of you and then some. Alright, so we need to get to 576. And I can't help but notice that the ship itself appears to be distorting. 2 really stacked people. As long as you put up a good fight. I mean... Kept getting instant jib. Yeah, I hear ya. There's only so much a single good player can do. You need a whole team. But anyway, can we talk about how the ship appears to be distorting right here? I mean, look at this shit. Alright, we appear to be exactly where we need to be. So, let's aim for 184. Let's see what the hell we're dealing with. What is that? Okay, there is a flashy thingy in front of us. We are looking at some kind of... Okay, I think we need to get the hell out of here. Whatever this thing is, it's... Yeah, it's a tank spike that frickin' moves. Yeah, we're getting out of here. Helmsman, reverse full, get us out of here. Alright. What? We moved again. What the fuck? 277 to 633. Where are we now? 277 to 633. 277, 633. Did we teleported? What the fuck? Okay, right. Captain's log, there's some real weird shit happening. End Captain's log. Inframaterialism. Yeah, exactly. We believe so badly in the power of the free market, or the power of communism, that we appear to have teleported. Oh, you know what? We passed the savoir-faire check. We reconceptualized climbing. That's what happened. Yeah, we through some kind of wormhole or something. But the thing is, we were backing away from it, so we must have somehow triggered it. Or something. Jesus Christ. Okay, we are at 320 and 645. 320, 645, so we can head east, kind of northeast, into that trench. I'm waiting for this thing to fuck with me through the map somehow. Like, we get the last checkpoint, and like one more thing pops up there. Like in Silent Hill, where you take the elevator up to the second and third floor, there's nothing on it, you get back in, and suddenly a fourth floor button has appeared. Something like that. That's kind of what I'm expecting. My successful project was because of a hangover. Nice! I mean, hey, if I got a worker that works well when they're buzzed, go for it. Who am I to interrupt the creative process? Alright, 392, 672... 392 to 672. Forward. Name is Carl Stolz, subnut. I was minding my own business when I got sucked through a wormhole. I now ended up in... who the hell knows? I'm surrounded by a wasteland with no life. Only the vestiges of life. It's reminded me a lot of the last time I went to Detroit. And nothing against Detroit, but... well, we've talked about that previously. Last time we made it there, only 4 of us made it back. And only 3 of us went in, so it was really weird. Alright, so I checkpointed, that's good. Alright, 444 and 690. 444, 690. We'll want to even out. Forward! Fuck, what was that? Oh, fuck me! Are you fucking me? What the shit? Uh-huh. Thanks for the headband, Zero. This will be the last thing I enjoy in this world. Oh yeah. There is some... yeah, this thing is gonna fucking get me. I can feel it. Like the lights are gonna go out. We're so gonna fucking die down here. Okay, 479, 690. Okay, that's gotta be a wall. We gotta be right about here. Okay, we're at 492, almost 500, 690, just south of 700. forward. God, that fucking got me, man. That fucking eye. Jesus Christ. Oof. Probably should have taken a look at the walls. God only knows where I am now. Oh, god damn it. You know, I have bigger things to worry about than oxygen. In fact, that might be the least horrible way to die at this point. Alright, 693 and 542, 542, 693. I think we're under the pressure here. What is it? Shit I'm hearing. It's like stuff scraping on metal. It's awful. It's like Pyramid Head dragging his sword around. Escape plan? I don't think there is one. Escape plan is I hit escape and quit the game. Okay. Alright, so 570... 570, 690... Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, God. I don't even know if the water's getting in or if I'm just hallucinating blood on the floor now. Just... Oh, this is bad. Thanks, Octal. Oh, this will be the last head pad I enjoy. Probably, I don't know. Okay, 580 by 696. 580. God, we gotta haul ass. Just book it and go until we get to a wall. Something tells me the water is actually rising and it's gonna kill me if I don't hurry. I mean, you know, I'm gonna die anyway. Yeah, I think that water is definitely rising. Okay, we're trying to get to 675 by 828. Let's hustle. Okay. 675 by 828. We gotta move. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can feel it. Hey, the Lucky. Yep, something tells me I'm not getting out of this. Alright. 620, 675. Fuck. Oh boy. Okay, I think the water has stopped, so it will let me... It's not going to overlap the control panel just yet. It's going to wait until I get to the final scare. Like, yeah, I am 6 kinds of fucked here. The oxygen's out, the blood is getting in, and Blood Cthulhu is stalking me. Like, I'm spoiled for choice in how I'm going to die right now. Well, it's been an honor serving with you all. 295. Forward we go. Off we go into the wild crimson yonder. Alright, 820, 828. Yeah, I think we can assume that I'm gonna fucking die horribly here. 828. Alright, close enough. 828, and I can... 295. Something tells me we're gonna be photographing this thing right with its jaws open. Fuck! Oh, motherfuck! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Fuck you, David Szymanski. Jesus Christ. Oh, thanks for the head pat, Octal. Oh. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse, its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, There must be hope. Ain't no hope down there, man. That was the face that we saw that Ivory told me to take the picture again. That was the thing in the corner of the picture. That fucking fish. And, you know, it wasn't like swallowing the thing whole. Its face punched through the ship. Jesus Christ. Exactly, yeah. This is no hope. This is the Warhammer 40k universe now. Well, that's Iron Lung, everybody. I didn't know quite what to expect. I mean, obviously, this was not going to be a hopeful and happy voyage. I had a feeling there'd be jump scares in store. I didn't know how deep the game was going to get. I figured, yeah, okay, you're going to get all the checkpoints and then something's going to happen. I didn't know what exactly would happen, but that was certainly a flavor of death that, in hindsight, was perfectly foreseeable. Yeah, Big Bertha from SMB3. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But that was pretty cool. Like, yeah, it's a fascinating horror experiment. Oh, and Ivory's hungry. Yeah, we'll get Kiryu to fish it up, and we'll serve it to a local sushi joint, and we'll make friends with the sushi chef on some space station or something. This is a tie-in for Yakuza in space. God Almighty. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This has been they built the tension up well for this. I really like what they did here. And, you know, it can feel kind of gimmicky to have a horror game that just is a series of jump scares or something like that. But they do a nice job creating creating an interesting setting and inviting you to explore and poke around with the controls and making you wonder what's out there, what am I not seeing? And that plays with it very well. The contrast between what you're hearing and what little you can see outside the ship. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a good night. We'll be finishing up Alpha Protocol on Saturday. And until then, see you next time.